Hey, sometimes you gotta listen to it. You know, people be scared to listen to certain stuff, but I gotta do what I gotta do. Cause a lot of these songs, God be putting in people's heart, and they be thinking, oh, they used to do this and that when they was making their music. It is what it is. Them words is what they is. You heard me? They gonna do what they gonna do around here. I need this to chart. Oh, well, I'd have been mad about that because it wasn't doing nothing. Hey, y'all. Good morning. Ooh, now I can see y'all. Good morning, everybody. We went to bed super late again, and I was supposed to go get. I gotta figure out the design for this show, cause my friend was like, "I'll be there at 6:30." I'm like, "Shh, I just went to bed at 1. I'm not gonna be able to do it." And I gotta break these desks down and get them out of here. Figure out what kind of legs I want to put on the desk, and then figure out the design for this shelf. So, uh, I'm probably just gonna have them cut the wood too. I don't even want to pull out my tools. That's why I'm gonna do the measurements and then go spend my $60 on wood and get in here and do what I know how to do. You hear me? I just want one like a butcher block desk, and that ain't gonna be nothing because I got wood glue and clamps, so I can make it myself, and then cover it right. It's a project. It'll take me maybe 2 days if I do it right. Good morning. I'm gonna go get this same wood. Give me 2 sheets of this because it's 8 feet. That's more than enough, right? If I get me 2 or 3, probably 3 of these, that's about $30, right? $35 because these it's 2 inches thick, and then it's 12 inches wide, right? A foot wide, 2 inches thick, right? Okay, and then 8 feet long. So I can put 2 of them boards together, and that makes a 24-inch platform. I got wood glue, and I can give me some spackle, and I got a sander, so I can do that. And then I already have my wood burner thing, so then I could even burn, do the whole thing and maybe put a little resin in it or something. Hello. Hello, Circa. Was on the rewatch, and I just want to let you know thanks, because at that exact time I missed class, I was having a conversation about soul ties, and you helped me so much with that. Thanks. You're welcome. I'm working double shifts, baby. I'm on overtime. You hear me? I just said that I was sitting on the floor in my bathroom. I said, God, I done taught so many classes. And I'm not just talking about the ones I taught over here. Goodness gracious, how many? How many am I supposed to do? You hear me? What the heck? And I got another one for you. Ain't that interesting? This is why he made me sit and learn for 13 years straight. Ugh. You said Circa out here fighting for our souls day and night. Our dad is fighting. All I'm doing is, well, yeah. That's the cake residue. Listen. And I didn't even eat it all. I didn't even overdo it. But it tears my stomach up every time I eat that cake. So I'm going to have to just start making it like I don't know how to do it. But ain't nobody else here to eat the rest of it. And you can't make a little bit. You hear me? You got to make a pan or 12 cupcakes. So then it's like, I'm not going to eat all that. I'm not going to eat it. And so then I just don't cook it no more because I'm going to have to be the one to eat it. And I don't have a deep freezer, and I don't have space for one. So it's been worth it. These last classes have been hard hitters on changing and aligning with God's word and characteristics. I be wondering how y'all be feeling when y'all leave here during the day or night. I be hoping I put something on your mind. What's on your mind? You been acting different, girl. What's on your mind? Y'all know that's my song. Give it away to the hungry. You know what? I could, but they didn't hit them. They didn't hit them out. They didn't move them somewhere. Cause remember when I told y'all when I went to go give away the stoves and stuff, we ran into a lot of people, but they moved them. They used to be on the line downtown. You could find them everywhere under the bridges. They didn't move them. I don't know if they moving them to the temporary house, and I don't know where they putting them, but they moving them. That part. That part. Hey, y'all gonna hear my stomach growl. That's okay. It's a part of the process. This, I don't know. I be hungry at times when I'm not supposed to be hungry. Not hungry at times that I used to eat. Like, my body is weird right now, so I don't know. Good morning, Tay. So, that being said, so they did that in Chicago. It was a clean sweep. Wow. Okay. Who remembers us having a conversation 2 years ago about it being against the law to be homeless? My daughter's leaving Memphis and she said there's a plane in the sky not moving. Wow. Tell her take a picture and send it to us. You a member? You a member? Y'all a member? Yes, I have to be real. Yeah. Yeah, you can't get no help until you tell the truth about yourself first. It's against the law down here in Florida. I remember that's one of the reasons the prisons get filled. Right. They always move them during the during the election years. But some people never see their family members again either. You know what other event they move them for? The Super Bowl. You know where they've been putting them for years? In FEMA camps. You know what they have to do? Get approved to leave and approved to stay and approved for everything. And if they don't approve it, they can't leave. I read about that in 12 or 13. Maybe 14, the latest. So when I hear about it, I just be like, oh, they plan is working. Because they been doing this. That's why they start putting on the bus stops where you couldn't sleep on the bench. They start covering up the grates in New York. Oh, it's been gradual. Right in front of our face. Yeah. And this is why CERCA be like, nah, I'm cool. I'll just be where I'm going to be. Because I Googled yesterday, watching last night's class, and no more sheets. Uh-oh. We going to talk about it. Give me a minute. So, look. The place where they're holding the Democratic National Convention or whatever, this politics stuff, because I don't follow it. Last night could hold 23,000 people. Or 21,000 people. I didn't see one mask. Maybe y'all did, but I didn't see one mask. And it was 21,000 people. Right. Well, that's in a concert. Right. And for the next 3 days, and there was someone spreading it to the masses. Interesting. I see they found monkeypox somewhere else. Y'all saw that? They found it somewhere else too. You said school starts back. Thank you. Next week. Okay. All right. So do you guys remember when I came back from Atlanta visiting Auntie P for 21 days? And I said, y'all, we going to try to do this thing, but I don't know. God keeps telling me I don't need to travel. I don't need to be in large groups. I don't need to be on a plane. And I don't need to be around a whole bunch of people because I feel like a lot of people are going to be getting sick. Do y'all remember me saying that? Please tell me y'all remember me saying, I don't know, y'all. Okay. Can I ask y'all what's been happening since April for sure? What's been happening? Because I got back February 27th, I think, or February 29th, right before my birthday. People been getting sick since about April, right? Well, really before then, but. And I was worried about getting sick and not being able to make it home. Or having to stay somewhere and not be able to leave. People been getting sick on the planes. Really? Interesting. Remember I told you, I said if I were y'all, I would go to places where a lot of people are not going. Y'all remember us talking about that? Go to Montana, go to an open space. Don't go where everybody else is going. Yeah. It's one of the main reasons why. My auntie knew she potentially had COVID from her husband and still came here for the wedding and didn't tell nobody until after. And you wonder why I'm not going nowhere. You wonder why I'll be right here. I'm not visiting nobody, not leaving my house. I'll be right here, right here. No. I love all of y'all and would love to meet all of y'all in person, but I cannot do it. I would love to meet all of y'all in person, and I wish we could have met in like 2017. Maybe I should have got on here when my daughter was telling me to get on here in 2016 and 2015. We would have met earlier. But when my daddy tell me something, baby, I don't care. I believe it, and I start acting on it immediately. I ain't been to see my kids, remember? Y'all know I was going up there like every 2-3 months. Okay? Remember? I was going up to visit. I missed all their birthdays and everything for the last year. I missed my grandson's birthday. Then I turned around and missed my granddaughter's birthday. And my other granddaughter's birthday is in a month. My kids didn't have birthdays and everything. I ain't went nowhere. I said they gonna have to come see me. Yes, I just got back from New Orleans Monday, but I had my mask on the whole plane ride. Just a handful of us had one on. Okay. I missed my grandbaby's birthdays and everything, honey. You'll go where with me? Listen, I'll be right here. I believe my dad. Listen, girl, I ain't going nowhere. I'll be right here. I'll be right here. Because think about it. I kept talking about it, and people probably was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, and oh my God. Oh, 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 oh my God. You hear me? Not only is it the 2020 on steroids, Now you run the potential of working out and getting chlamydia in your eyes from the gym. You run the risk of touching a substance, a surface, and your face look like a star crunch. And I think it's painful. That's why I was telling y'all about. Y'all ain't been listening to me. I see now y'all just come in here and zone the hell out. The whole conversation we was having like a week or 2 weeks ago is the y'all don't remember us talking about the lady saying that somebody got chlamydia in their eyes from working out at the gym because people are not wearing the proper workout attire. They are not wiping off the machines, and the woman got chlamydia in her eyes. A man too. So you were, yeah, yeah. And that probably ain't the only cases. Those are just the ones that was bold enough to say it online. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I just say be cautious. You ain't gotta be scared, but be cautious. Don't just be out here living like it's just. I just was thinking about those numbers from these conventions. Because remember, everybody at Lollapalooza was talking about they was not feeling well. And now they. You, does anybody know what all of those things would be considered right now? Not at all. I can stand what others know and don't care. That's how my sis did me back in 22. She knew she didn't feel well. And that's why I'm visiting. Plagues. 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 What happened? What happened? What happened in Egypt? Where were the plagues in Egypt? In Egypt. What? Tell me what the plagues were. What were the plagues? Let's see. What were they? Where's the scripture found? And then where were they? What was all that was going on? Tell me, please. Boils. Boils. What else? Boils on all over their skin. Locusts, the water turned to blood. Frogs. Gnats. Hail. Death of the firstborn and all of the animals dying. Lice. It was a drought. No water. And darkness. Interesting. Are we seeing any of those things right now? Thank you. Sounds oddly familiar. It does. It's very interesting. It is. A plague that people couldn't be around each other and you were marked so that you would know whom had the sickness. We've seen most of them, if not all of them. Interesting. So we have a few places we're going to be reading today. In Durham, I hope you're ready. They keep kicking you out over here? Yeah. They kicking you out on YouTube. Not TikTok. Interesting. It keeps pausing. Interesting. Let me try to tell y'all they've been over here for a long time. And they watch my videos too. Okay. They watch my videos. They know what their plans are. They watch our buying trends here. They do. And they know that the stuff I be telling y'all is they plan. Last week, YouTube kept kicking me out on my TV, but I could watch on my phone. It was weird. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Y'all know that? When I get up falling. If you know, you will. If you know, you know. Yeah, yeah. Okay. You see how we can just say it without saying it? You see? The peoples. I saw a man. A white man. Everybody is doing videos on where the bully guy is. The bully slayer. Y'all seen that man video? Got I think a few. Y'all seen it? I said, well, look here. That's a conversation we had. I said, very interesting. Because I think I might have talked, never mind. Nah, I couldn't have. It ain't. And that's when he had been missing 3 months. Surprise, surprise. It be spooky. And so sometimes when y'all be sending me these videos, I'll be thinking to my WOIUers, you must not have been in class 3 weeks ago. Do you hear me? Like y'all watch the videos like we didn't already have a class about it. That's how I know y'all don't be watching the rewatches all the way through. I like them because y'all tag me in them, but y'all gotta realize I be in just taught a class about it, and then they go and make a class, and then y'all send it to me like y'all wasn't in class. Girl. Girl, in my Tony the Tiger voice. I'll be like y'all don't know that this is user 24630 coming in my class. Stop it. No. I be wanting to pinch y'all under y'all fat meat. I be wanting to grab it slowly, twist and pull every time y'all do it. Pinch and twist. Pinch and twist. You said sips my tea. Right. Listen. I be like this. Hello? 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 Was you in class last week on Thursday? Before all of these people started talking about what we was talking about in class on Thursday, or maybe you wasn't here for class because it's Tuesday. You said I shared another video of a guy saying the exact same thing you've been talking about. Hello, user 24630. I'll be trying to tell y'all. I don't know how many people go back and watch these or whatever. I don't know. They could be in here under their mama thing. Who knows? I'll be right back. You're going to need both of your books today. And, yeah, we're going to go to sacred text as well. So just get your stuff. Just get your stuff. Sometimes I'll be so disgusted, but I have to remember that the bigger picture is God's word is getting out. What I don't like is that I told you I've been blocking a lot of big creators because it be kind of weird sometimes. Like, really? Wait a minute. I can go back and rewind. Yep. Well, there it is. Okay, never mind. You know what I mean? It be crazy. And it's all over the place. And it's just a lot. And it be making me feel some type of way. But I have to put that back to the side. Intellectual property theft is a thing. After yesterday's class, I'm now on the sick and shut-in list. Hilarious! Not the sick and shut-in list. Get your cousin. She said after the class yesterday, I'm now on the sick and shut in list. I need y'all to put me in the prayer list for the sick and the shut in because I won't be fooling with nobody. I got some things I got to work on. You going in your cocoon? You didn't win in your cocoon. Not she on the sick and the shut in list. Hilarious. Okay, so let me ask y'all a question. What about yesterday was so, I don't know, like what is it? The last couple of days, because y'all treating these last like 3 or 4 classes like second Baruch. So what is it in these classes that resonated, or what is it? Because I can feel the energy over here. A lot of folks then commented about that. So what is it? Tell me. Let's talk about it. I was gonna run to the restroom. I'm gonna go, but what is it about these last 3 classes? You said everything. Not the hand. What everything don't give me a, just give me one thing. Not the, we ain't even got started. It's too direct. Like you seeing us. It hit home for me. Been praying about my marriage and you nailed it. It's definitely an eye opener. Okay. It's been real life to me. Like you've been in my house, head and heart. Because you have called it out. I picked out my ish going, oh. Wow. It's a recap of life. Oh, so y'all been in y'all think tanks. It was all in my business. Sorry. That part when you said how we hurt Dad's feelings, that made me sit in silence. Yeah. You put your armor. Uh-oh. You put a mirror to me and I'm seeing what's improved and what's still deeply flawed and ugly. Oh. I had to ask Dad for some spiritual barriers because you being in my house is too much. Everything I was experiencing mentally yesterday, you came in with it, puts on blue gloves and escorts the sick to the court. Oh my God! Get Mark! Mark said he got his blue gloves on. He helping to sick people to the corner. Everybody that's weary and in need of prayer. He said, "Come on over." Oh Jesus! Oh my God! Ooh, y'all! I love y'all. So maybe I shouldn't go back and watch them. Listen, healing my trauma and thinking. Oh Lord Jesus! Oh. Literally cried after hurting my dad's feelings. That shattered my heart. Oh. The way our dad moves you is crazy. Listen, I'm scared to do the rewatches now. Let me pray first. Oh, oh my God. Wait. You said, "Oh, I'm the lady that be screaming and hollering and you gotta drag her to the altar." Hilarious. Oh. I'm about to write a strongly worded letter to the Heavenly Hotline. Who gonna sign the petition? Get her out of here. Wait. Oh, hilarious. Ooh, that is funny. Y'all is funny. I was wondering because I'm like, what? Well, this the thing though. You would rather know than not. I told y'all working on yourself was going to be difficult, but it's worth it. 4 pages in the journal last night. Wow. Grabs extra straight jacket for cousin Queen. Yeah, you're going to have to tie. Yeah, you're going to have to go and tie hers a little bit tighter. And she might need a mask because we don't know what's going to happen here. Listen. Come to, he said, Mari said he ushering y'all to the altar. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready in real life. Get Mari. See, listen, But you know what, y'all? So just think about it. Circa, I'm not playing with you today. Went through a whole box of tissues crying out to our Father. Come on now. Come on now. Restoration is happening. Do you understand that? Do you all know that you allow God to put you on the potter's wheel when you stayed over here when people told you to leave? When they told you you was crazy for listening and why is you reading all them books? You put yourself back on the potter's wheel and allow God to remake you. Daddy don't want makeup now. Uh-oh, nail or eyelashes. Why did that at least leave the eyelashes? Listen, come on. I think I saw someone's tears last night. You said, I don't know whose they was, but hilarious. That makes me happy. Y'all rethinking some things. Listen, tell me y'all didn't get a renewing of your mind. Books got me over here screaming. Listen. And then, on top of that, if y'all did the homework and went and watched Juanita Bynum's No More Sheets, if you could have seen the war with my client's husband and her typing to watch your voice, trying to watch your voice, wow. I was hardened and wore makeup. Now my face is the worst it's been in my entire life. Oh, you was hard-headed. Oh, y'all just coming all out. And then this morning, my devotional just confirmed it. I asked Dad a number, and he gave me 222, and the page was confused. I was like, okay, speak to me. Wow. 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 Listen. Listen. Well, I'm happy. That makes me excited because kind of plays into everything we're going to read today, which is, y'all be in my business. I just be wanting y'all to know that y'all be in my business as well. Because pretty much everything we're going to read is in reference to a lot of the things that you all are talking about. So, can I ask y'all a question? Man, you confirmed too much for me. And my husband said finally you will be natural. Uh-oh. I'm growing my hair out so I can get the color out. And Dad won't let me wear nails or lashes no more. Oh, he's stripping y'all down. I'm gonna look like I got the exorcist going on. He gonna hope and smash me after the altar. Listen, books that's crazy because he told me this morning after I get done with Matthew to do Isaiah. Listen. It's worth it. It is, baby. It's perfect. It's worth it. You heard me? It's worth it. It ain't fair, but it's a favor ain't fair either, honey. The favor you gonna get on your life for stripping on down and letting him clean you up and quit looking like the world now. You hear me? It's worth it, honey. It is worth it. Because the beauty that he wants you to show is your spirit. And it's going to show through and people going to see it. You're going to glow. You're not going to cover nothing. You hear me? You ain't going to have to. Because they going to see the spirit that's working in you. That's what made Joseph so fine, honey. And I just keep thinking he was looking like that young man with the locks, the little chocolate one that used to wear the glasses with all that. I just feel like that's what Joseph looked like. I really do. Like, I feel it in my spirit. Because that is a beautiful man, honey. Do you hear me? A beautiful man. The one that, he was just in the sunlight, let it get him. But it said Joseph's spirit was so beautiful that his skin radiated. He probably was bathed in all kind of oils and stuff. Just baked in with that gold, because he wore the stuff that the Egyptians wore. So, chocolate and gold look real good together. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? Listen. I believe in my heart That's what he looked like. You hear me? Listen. Joseph was, they said David wasn't bad on the eyes either. Solomon had, I think Solomon looked like it, like Idris Elba a little bit. A mix of Idris Elba and Nipsey Hussle. So if you put Idris Elba and Nipsey Hussle together in a body, I think that's about what Solomon looked like. Mm-hmm. Just put them smack together. I think a lot of the, yeah. Just keep swimming. Right. So just think about that. They were beautiful back then. They beautiful now. You heard me? They're beautiful now. But their spirits, when God was using them, literally it radiated. It radiated. You hear me? But think about it. When you connecting with God, anything in you that is causing you to be sick, the closer you get to God, those things have to go away. He'll even let you walk with something and people don't even know. Like when people meet me, they don't know how much pain I'll be in. If they was to see me out, especially if I got my heels and my earrings and stuff, they don't know that I could have woke up in pain this morning. They don't know that. Right? They don't know that I shouldn't be walking on this knee the way that I am because it's a torn ACL and all of this stuff. You know what I mean? They don't know. So they might see me and think, ain't nothing wrong with her. She's perfectly fine. Well, do you know that for sure? You don't. Right? But the Holy Ghost that is in me gives me strength in every area of my life, whether it be to go through ugly things, to see things that other people don't want to see and help them see it. Remember I told y'all, my life, God kind of gave me the understanding of it at about my 30s, about 31 or 2 or 3. He let me know that I was always going to be meeting people in a spiritual ICU. And I was like, what does that mean? Well, my name means midnight and life. Midnight and life. When is the hardest time for a person? We got any nurses in here or medical professionals? Raise your hand if you're a medical professional or if you retired medical professional. We got some medical professionals in here. Right. Okay. Joy. Okay. The hardest time for a person in ICU, isn't it overnight? They say if they can make it through the midnight hours, we got a chance, right? The worst time, oh, okay, I got you. The worst time for a spiritually, a person that is in spiritual ICU is the midnight hour, right? I probably met a lot of y'all at your spiritual ICU. You was looking for God. You was walking around and fumbling around in the darkness. It was touch and go. Maybe you didn't believe in God. Maybe you got church hurt. Maybe you didn't really know. You ain't really dealing with church people right now with all that's going on. I probably met you in your spiritual ICU because a lot of y'all was looking for crystals. A lot of y'all was praying the rocks. You was in a spiritual ICU, honey. It was touch and go. Because if God would have came back to get you and you was praying to rocks, you was sacrificing your vegetables that he gave you for your substance to something that can't eat. You was praying to his bastard sons for help. His disowned sons. Asking them for the things and sacrificing to the things, having to give something for the things that God said, I'll give you freely if you love me. You ain't got to do nothing. I mean, you ain't got to give me nothing. I'm going to give to you whether you deserve it or not. So you was going to God, disowned sons, asking for wealth and protection. All the while they're laughing at you. I was out in the wilderness swinging on folks, real rough and tough, driving my plastic puff, wondering what was the next direction. Okay. Feel like you alive again? Who feel like they alive again? Who feel like you can see? Anybody? You was asking for understanding. You feel like you alive again? You don't feel like life is just mundane anymore? Like the same thing over and over? Like now you actually get tingles? No, thank you. You get tingles in your spirit and all of that? Anybody healthier maybe than they were before they came here? Folks is rebuilding relationships with their children, with their spouses, with themselves, with their parents. I started questioning everything and no one has answers, and boom, seeing you live. Hey girl. Fear was taking over my life. Okay, man, I changed so much. Come on. Or even ending relationships. Got my pop-up rating to OTP. Come on. Honestly, I'm tired, but doing much better. Come on. I do even thought, but it's not easy, but it is better. Come on. I was living a dominant lifestyle, and he's cleaning me up. Come on now. Come on. Okay. So there are some things that have died, and there are some things that didn't make it through your midnight, but you in recovery. I'm different, still changing, and I love it. Come on. Come on. CERCA, guess what? When I pick up my kids last week, she said, I love you first, and I didn't have to make her smile stepping. Who? Oh. Oh. Oh, I know. Bust a head right over to the white meat queen. Bow, bow, bow. Do it. Do it good. Do it. I was dead on the inside. I couldn't even cry. Now you cry all the time, don't you, Nick? Now you cry all the time. You cry if somebody take your piece of bread. But I was trying to save that for later. All I wanted to do was park right there. God, why can't you? Crying now. Uh-oh. My daddy did open heart surgery on y'all. Because y'all hearts was black. They was on their way to it. You was on your way to a stony heart. And he had to bring terror here to break up that fallow ground. Bow. Bow. The cemented mess. You see? But we going to use these rocks in the decor of the new place. Very demure. As everybody else is saying, I will not be using that until about 6 months. Give me about 6 months. But I be ugly crying now. Come on. That makes me excited for y'all. Yeah. Transition is difficult. But guess what? I told you will not want to go back to that other life. He stripped me from that aggressiveness. Come on. Come on. And don't you see, like, life is better when you're not always mad. It's okay. It's a process. Ain't life always better? It's better when you don't wake up irritated, go to bed irritated. You're not irritated all day at work. People cannot throw your mood off as much. And we all human. We're not, the feeling I wish everyone could experience it. Right, right, right. Listen. Listen. Why do everyone keep saying that? I'm out of the loop. I don't know. I only said it this one time. You're not going to hear it no more. They just, because they don't even no, it means to be like modest. And you don't see modesty on the internet. So maybe somebody is trying to help folks out, because a lot of the people that is using it, they don't even know it means modest, and they be having a whole donkey out while they saying it. So I just be wanting to know if they know that or not. I don't know if they do. That's why I say let's go look up the words. Oh, went to breakfast for the first time by myself this morning. I enjoyed it. That part. I just said folks be using words they don't even know what they mean. Listen, and this is why we go and we look up words over here. Okay. Y'all see why that's important? Y'all see why it's important? Language is important. It's very, very, very. People used to laugh at me. They're like, you look up every word. I do, because I don't know what that means. So let's go find out. You might be trying to talk over my head, nigga. No, we not doing that. Wait a minute. What did you say? Oh, okay. Hold on. Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't care. I got the information now. It doesn't matter. I know what it means. You can't take it. You can't take that away from me. So, okay. You want me to not know, so you can take advantage of me? No. I'm only gonna let you take advantage of me if I want to. Other than that, I'm strong arming you. So I'm gonna just say, go over there, please. Thank you. WWE champion of Rat Law. Listen. So I'm happy, and we gonna start class now. I'm gonna run to the restroom. I'm happy that you all. When the little one say something, I say, what is it? Oh, what does it mean? He said, I don't know. I say, get the dictionary. That's right. Because this is the thing, family. The devil wants you to not know. That's his whole plan. If he can keep you illiterate or just, oblivious to what's really going on around you because you don't understand, that's his goal. He can take advantage of you. Period. Don't let people do it. Don't let people do it. And that's why, listen, like I said, I look at my kids. I look at my son, and he could easily pass for 17. He's about to be 28. And I look back at my pictures, and when I was younger, I looked very, very young, right? And so people would think because I looked young that I didn't have information in my brain. And I don't know why people do that. Like, they feel like you're not, up to what's going on in the world or whatever else it is. And then they would always be surprised. Well, it's starting to happen to him a lot. And he's like, Mom, I don't know why people think I'm a kid. I was like, baby, just listen. Just go with it. Right? Just go with it. And what I mean by that is let them think that you're young and you don't understand and, whatever else it is. And they'll show you their true colors about how they feel about you. You don't always have to be assertive. You don't always have to be, oh, I know this and I know that. You don't. And that's why sometimes when people come, I'm like, hey, have you read this? Have you read that? Have you read this? Let me see your library. Please. Because this is not all the books that I've ever had in my life. Believe that. And I have to tell people that because it's like, look, I don't know what you want. I have no idea what it is that you're trying to get out of asking me all of these, trying to bombard me with questions. Like, it'd be weird. Like, for what? If you have some information that you want to share, why not say this is a good book to read? Right? Don't you think that'll be a better thing? Hey, this is a good book y'all should check out. It's kind of, talking about this subject or whatever, but people want to come in here and question me for what? I am not in competition with nobody about how much they know or none of that. I just want to understand so that I can help other people understand. And that's been my goal this whole time. So the fact that y'all lives are changing, you all are seeing God for who he is, you are understanding his love, you are cutting the things that God is not pleased with, because now you understand. Before, when we all went to church, like, I promise y'all, I couldn't apply that to my life. All the stuff that they were saying, it made no sense. And not that I didn't understand, I didn't comprehend. It just, okay, you didn't said all this, but how does that apply to my real life when I leave out of church? You're telling me don't sin, but you're not even breaking down like what sin looks like or what God is not pleased with. It's the main things that everybody talk about, but what about the other stuff? And why is it that I'm doing everything you're telling me to do and I still don't feel like nothing, is changing? You know what I'm saying? Say my little prayer, get up, and I'm going to do what I'm going to do. But when you do this walk, you can feel God. You can feel him telling you no, or you'll know that he don't want you to do whatever. You know what I'm saying? You will know that he don't want you to do a certain thing. Like, and the pastor don't got to be yelling and hollering and spitting in your face for you to not. Now, when the booty call, or even if you feel that they calling, you will know. Like, God will let you know. He'll put that person on your mind and then they'll hit your phone. But he put that person on your mind so that you wouldn't get caught off guard and go back. You hear me? Or sometimes he put them on your mind for you to pray for them because maybe you the closest thing they ever seen to God. You never know. You said, I have never heard God as clear as I do now, baby. And you be like, ooh, okay. All right. You didn't have to yell that loud. I heard you. No, fine. I won't. And now y'all see why I don't play. But he's been so good to me. Why would you? Once he started being so good to you, you don't want to hurt his feelings. When you know that you be driving in your car and you talking to yourself, and then 2 days later, whatever it is that you was talking to God about shows up, and you ain't saying nothing to nobody, or just whatever it is that you be, you might have wanted your spouse to do something special for you and you didn't want to have to say nothing, and you talk to God about it, and then all of a sudden your spouse want to do something nice for you, because God said all of your issues, if you bring them to me first, I will smooth them out. I'm gonna make sure it work out for your good. But when you put it in your own hands, when you put your bills in your own hands, when you put your mind in your own hands, when you put your marriage in your own hands, because you give your allegiance or your vow to God before you give it to the other person. You hear me? You vow to be a good parent to your children, not the people on the outside of your house. Oh, it don't matter what nobody else think. It matters what your children think about you as a parent, period. Because they are the only people that you're parenting. You're not parenting your sister. You're not parenting your messy best friend who didn't get parented. You're not parenting the messy boyfriend. You're only parenting your children. So the only people that can tell you a good parent really is your children. The only person that can tell you a good husband or wife is your spouse. Do you hear me? You said peace is finally back in my home. Listen, and won't live without. I won't live without. That's why I be scared to date. I be wanting to talk to people. I do. But baby, if I got to give up this when I wake up It ain't no ugly feelings in my house. It ain't no craziness. It ain't nobody walking by rolling their eyes. There was nobody slamming doors. And I just wake up whenever I wake up. Like, it's a thing. You know what I mean? So if I got to give that up, like if you don't add to my peace, and I know stuff ain't going to be perfect, but baby, I do not want to go through we just going through this because you stupid. It ain't even real life issues. You're creating problems. That's different. No. I'm all for it. You lose your job, we got to work some stuff. But you just like bring it home female dogs and stuff. For what? Getting caught talking to somebody? Are you too? Are you hiding and pooping, honey? What are you doing over there? What are you playing in your diaper again? Well, you're going to have to be out in the open now from now on. You can't go, no, because you know better. I'm not about to be doing that. What you mean? You gave her your number for what? Why would you even be in her face? Okay, so how y'all just start talking in? How long you been? No, not how long. How long? How many times y'all been together? No, tell me the truth, because you know I'm going to find out anyway. You know what the appropriate question should have been? How many times you done put my life at risk? How many left turns did you take to get to her house, to the hotel, or wherever it is that you met him or her at? Let me see your GPS. Let's count the decisions. Turn left, turn right, stop, get on the highway, go get some food, go get the flowers, go get the condoms, go get, okay, so you made 14 decisions, and not one time during any of those decisions did you think to call me and ask me a question like, can I come see you on your lunch break? Okay. Right. And so then what do you expect me to do now? It was a mistake? No, it wasn't a mistake, because a mistake is something that just happens. You made 14 decisions before you knocked on the door. And then you made another decision to step through the door. You made another decision to sit down, hug her, touch him, whatever it is. Then you made another decision to pull your pants down. You made another decision to, these are, no. Where, I'm just trying to find a mistake. I'm trying to find the mistake, because all I see is decisions. I don't see no mistakes. I see decisions. So now I'm going to make a decision. You don't get to play Russian roulette with my life, nigga. If you can't tell me what you do with your pogo stick, I don't want to see it and or touch it and or fit nothing. Because if you lie on your pogo stick, baby, it ain't, that's you. You lying on your own body. So you can't love me if you even lie and curse yourself. You crazy? No. Ain't no mistakes. You made a whole bunch of decisions. You think a nigga ain't been in my inbox? You think a nigga ain't? Nigga. Like them old players used to say, baby, before you can pick up a dime, I had 10. You picked up a dime, nigga. I picked up a dollar. We are not the same. I'm trying to tell you. You hear me? If you know, you know. By the time you didn't want work one girl down, nigga, listen here. Hallelujah. Salvation. No. Change me. We got Tamla on the line because listen here. You changed me, Dad. You changed me. Hallelujah. You don't play with people because you don't know what folks is capable of. They love you. That's why they don't. But it's some people that know how to run their hands down your chest, right down the middle of your sternum, move over, and stick their fingers all the way in your heart and pull it out and take it with them. You better quit playing. Huh? And I'll be smiling in your face while they do it. Not rude, not loud, not crazy. Just coming to get what they deserve. You hear me? Move around. God changed me. The changes come. Oh, yes, it is. Listen. God always gives you a way out. And if you go back and you look at your history, right before you got ready to do something stupid, God would always allow something to happen. But you would be frustrated because it was throwing a monkey wrench in your plan. But you didn't know that Lucifer was the one that gave you that plan. The entity that has been walking with you that wants you to stumble and fall and get so far away from God that he just gives up on you. You don't know where that plan came from. So when you don't listen to God, it's only a few spirit. It's so either your plan is leading you to God's purpose or it's leading you far away from it. How many of y'all started doing one thing and then before you knew it, it took over you? You used to have control over it. And that could be a relationship. You might have started the relationship running stuff, and before you knew it, you was groveling on your feet, snotting, crying, begging, and all of these other things. It didn't start out like that. It can be a job too. But you knew what it was for you. You hear me? It started with a dare. That part. You hear me? You started out in control of whatever it is. But if God didn't ordain you to be in it, you ended up with it controlling you. Don't let the money make you don't make the money, don't let the money make you. Get in the game and get out. A lot of dealers end up becoming the person that's being dealt to. They become the junkie. But they was that nigga back in the day, though, remember? But the poison that you sow into someone else's life, you sow into your own. So whether it hit you or your child or late in your life, somebody slipped you something, you did not care about poisoning nobody else. A lot of fathers that beat their women, they daughters go get a nigga, but he don't start getting on them until this nigga locked up where he can't do nothing. It be all this stuff where they hands is tied. Well, there's mamas that used to be teenagers and they was a part of the setup girls. in real life. And nobody knows, and she didn't live with this secret, but then something happens to her son. And she can't really talk about why it happened, but she knows why it happened. She knows exactly why it happened. Listen, I have lived, and I know that there are things that my children went through because of things that I did when I was young. I know it. And it broke my heart because I know, I'm like, damn, I know exactly why that happened. Because you're going to feel the pain you put on other people. And what better way to show you through your children? You love your children more than you love anything. When they hurt, you hurt. And when you can't do nothing about it, because you hurt somebody's kid and said, what they going to do about it, and if they mama, if they daddy, if they brothers and sisters, but they had to see their family member hurt and you didn't care. And now someone is hurting your family member, and guess what? There's nothing you can do about it. And you say, you don't care that she has a mother? You don't care that she has a dad? You don't care that people love her or love him? You didn't care? When he went to his mama was crying because you was throwing that thing back with everybody and doing whatever it was that you was doing, not raising his kids right. You didn't care. You was hurting his mama, his daddy, his sisters wanted to come over there and tap dance on your head, but they didn't out of respect for them. Oh, okay. So now everybody's supposed to be considerate when you wasn't. You was the nigga always creeping with all your homeboys, girlfriends back in high school. And because y'all was kids, you didn't think it was going to come back until your best friend banged your wife and you walked in on it. You thought you got away. No. And it'll probably be by somebody you trust, like your brother or your pastor. Do you understand? You can't sow seeds and think they're not going to grow in your life. That's why you'll want to grow the good ones. You used to steal back in the day, and now your kids steal from you, huh? Go in your purse like it ain't nothing. You might not have never stole from your mama, but you stole from somebody else. You didn't care about pickpocketing other people's stuff or going in the store. And now your kids take your stuff and get on Amazon and spend $36,000 in 4 months. I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Huh? Hello? Y'all right? Y'all okay in here? Hello? Is anybody here? Is anybody here? Are you all still here? I don't know why y'all come over here. I still be trying to figure it out. You said, yet hold on. Listen, I've done reap what I've sown. I was saw that turned to Paul over 25 years. I'm no better than the next. I just thank God for my growth and change. I'm trying to tell you. Oh my God, CERCA, put the patrol stick down for a second. Oh, I done picked up the baton. I said back. Don't commit no more sins. Back. Excuse me. Back, I say. Listen, at least y'all get it together. I keep telling y'all I had to go through all this ugly by myself. Yeah, what's going on, Punky? I'm going to ask myself today after class, why do you keep going to that class? Hurry yourself like that. Uh-huh. Miss Rose said, I'm going to ask myself after class, why do you keep letting yourself get hurt like this? Why do you keep doing that? I'm trying to tell you what I know. What's up, Miss Tina? At least y'all get it together. I keep trying to tell y'all I had to go through it. Listen, everybody thought I was crazy. We really be letting Dean Debo and whoop on our heads. I don't do nothing. I don't do anything. Live your life. If you ask me, how do you address someone who says they believe in God but not the Bible? You don't. Get them with mythology, girl. Our secret weapons. I told you, you can trick them into reading the Bible with giving them the mythology. It's the same story. Give them the mythology. And then take what you know from the Bible and bust their head to the white meat. Let them get their feet wet a little bit. Give them a little genetic studies. You know what to do. You got to slow walk some people, baby. You can't just tell them what you want off the bed. Gotta make them like it first. You know what I'm saying? You got to make them like it first. You got to make them like it first. You got to make them like it first. You gotta make them like it. You gotta put your hook out. Put your cheese out. I got into a discussion with two young girls and their mom about giants. Moses said, you got to make them like it first. They don't, y'all. Moving on. They not even going to know they going to like it. They'll like it. I'm trying to listen. I told y'all the story about that man and the avocados. I just told y'all a story about a man and some avocados. He would not eat it because he said it looked like baby poop. And I said, taste it. And then he was making avocado omelets. And he was putting avocado on everything he could have ever. He never even knew he was going to like it that much. You got to make him like it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Trying to. Y'all be too, like, if you study a person, God will give you the tools to talk to them. You can't approach everybody the same way. I want to say a whole bunch, but I can't. So I'm going to say, watch them for a while. Just talk to them about regular stuff that don't have nothing to do with the Bible, that don't have nothing to do with, just talk. Just talk. That'd be the easiest way. Because if you can get a person talking to you, they'll normally tell you what their issues are. They'll tell you, you just got to listen. Excuse me. I really need them to come and fix that wall. I really do. But yeah. I mean, it's this is the thing, family. If that's like, not everyone is won over with flattery and shiny things. Some people are won over by potatoes and chips. Potato chips, right. Right. And chicken wings and salt and pepper on my salad. Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that kind of stuff. I like to bond over food. So, you coming and hollering at me about what you feel and what you know, instead of just asking me a question, like, people is weird. And that's why I be like, when they come over here, I be like, what is wrong with you? Why are you so mad early in the morning? It's okay for somebody to know something that you don't, as long as they're willing to teach you. Ain't nobody trying to hold no information. It is an ego trip. I want to hang out with people that know more than me so I can learn more. If I'm always the smartest person in the room, that's going to suck, because ain't nobody going to be able to talk to me. I'm not going to be able to have a great conversation. I'm always going to be teaching or explaining what it is that I'm trying to say, which makes no. You hear me? I don't want to be the smartest person in the room. I take mid-level. That way I can learn from both sides. Either way. Don't want to. Have at it. If that's your goal in life, to be smarter than everybody, fine. That's not why I learned what I learned. I learned what I learned because first of all, I've always liked reading and understanding things. But second of all, I wanted to know more about God and the way he worked and why he did the things that he did before the flood, after the flood, in our day right now. I wanted to understand why things were happening in my life. I wanted to understand why I felt hollow on the inside. And all of that led me to all the things that I study right now. So, like, yeah, it's the thing. Always to be open to learn and understand. Yeah, that's why I be like, people is weird. And that's why we just come over here and we learn and we laugh and we grow. And that's it. I told you, when you are working on yourself and you realize how far away you are from God, you do not have no time to be pointing your fingers at nobody. Because you too busy trying to figure out if you lining up. You hear me? You tired of finding out new stuff about yourself you didn't even know that was there. It's like, oh God, another thing. I can't worry. Look, do you want to fix it? Oh, okay, you don't. You want to? Oh, okay, good. I'm trying to fix me, honey. I don't want to keep talking about you because you ain't talking about nothing. Listen, I just found out I'm a horrible person. I don't have time to talk to you. I just found out I wasn't as clean as I thought, or I wasn't as nice as I thought, or whatever it was. Like, excuse me, and they'll say, well, I don't think you're that bad. You can't get me into heaven. It don't matter what you think. What do you want? Yeah, that's how these last classes been making me feel too. Like, I don't. What you feel about me ain't get me into heaven, homie. You can feel I'm a great person, but if God don't feel that, I'm screwed. And you don't be there in the middle of the night when I need my problem solved. You ain't the one to be solving my problem. So why am I? Sister, don't call me sister. Don't call me sister. Because you don't treat me like a sister. You don't even treat me like I'm a part of this Christ body, honey. Don't call me sister. My name is... Mm-mm. No. In real life, I'm not dealing with it. And this is the thing. Once you get close to God, once you start seeing stuff, it's like all of that is a waste of time. I don't have time to waste. No. Anyway, I might need some meds. Yep, I think I do. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'll be right back. Ow! Y'all always want... Nigga gotta stay in her feelings over here, boy. I promise you. I've been trying to be rough and stuff with my Afro puffs, and this is an emotional place. All right, here we go. Sorry, I needed an intermission. Cause boy, y'all be having me. I be having to talk about a lot of crazy stuff, and it brings back memories for me in my process, and it was difficult. It was sometimes there's not even words for what I felt when I was going through that transition, and to know that you all get to experience it together, it makes me happy. Because folks thought I was crazy. The people in the church thought I was crazy. The people in the streets, everybody was like, bro, what's going on with you? And I couldn't explain it to nobody. But it wasn't nobody really, my godmother. But I didn't really get to see her and be around her. I could just talk to her on the phone. So it was like, it really wasn't nobody around me that really understood what I was going through. And people used to say stuff to me like, you're making yourself do this or all of this. And it was difficult. The water, yeah, it's difficult. It's worth it, but it was different. You know what I mean? Okay. When y'all started talking to most of the people about what y'all doing over here, storing food, journaling, reading the lost books, they probably thought people told y'all they thought y'all was in a cult. So imagine being the cult leader. Somebody had to go through it first. Now this ain't no damn cult, but I'm just trying to get you to understand. Somebody had to go through all that you all are feeling so that they could teach it, so that you could feel it, so that you would change. You hear me? They call you a lunatic. Oh, I know they do. They thought I was crazy and they said, I don't know about that CERCA. Oh, how many times have y'all heard that? That ain't nothing new though. And I'm going to tell you what people used to do. People would tell people not to hang out with me, but then be on the low trying to hang out with me. This happens to me all the time. Everybody swear they don't talk to me. They swear this and that, and that ain't what my phone log be saying. That ain't what my inboxes and all of that be saying. But I don't care about putting people on blast, and people know that. So they do a whole bunch of, but none of it be what it is. And then you don't even know that person trying to get over here for real. Because they realize since you start talking to me, you stronger. You peak game. So then they're like, oh no, I don't think. Yeah, because you wouldn't keep taking advantage of me. No. They plain told me they weren't watching a 3-hour video for preparedness. Well, baby girl, when your situation happened and y'all didn't have no power, or when that situation happened with your baby and the man trying to get in your door, was you prepared, pumpkin? You hear me? Was you prepared for the situations that you probably thought was just us having a random class about? But then in your life in 2 years, there have been situations that came up that we talked about here. Sure wasn't. My son knew exactly what to do. Okay, auntie baby. Okay. Okay. There's other people that have been prepared for all kinds of situations, being trapped on the highway, whatever it is. Like, I don't know what they want me to do. You hear me? But I'm going to do my job. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do. I'm going to say what I'm supposed to say, no matter how crazy it sounds to the regular people or whatever. Because as y'all can see, our dad be on it. If I'm... he be on it in every area. So, no. You hear me? And this ain't no cult. I told you. Cults try to control people. Tell me one thing I do to control y'all. Cults try to control your money. They tell you what you can do and what you cannot. The only thing you have to do here is give me respect while I'm teaching. Other than that, I don't care. Could you please talk more about the hollow feeling you were referring to? No, that was just that was just the well, actually we're talking about it now. That's what we talking about. Folks was hollow when they came here. It was dark on the inside, and now they feel alive. We kind of already touched on it. Like a lot of times when you're in ICU, you're non-responsive. You know what I mean? Especially if it's critical, right? We already talking about it. Folks that came back to life. They're seeing that their sin was leading them to death. A spiritual death and a physical or natural death. Nothing, if anything, we try to control you when we get ready to log off and do. And that's why I used to just hang up. Because it makes me sad. Because remember I told y'all, I said I don't like when I tell people I got something to do and they keep talking. To me, that's say F what you gotta do. I want your time. And people will do that to you. And I say, I'm hungry. I ain't ate since yesterday. And then they'll say, oh, well, can you, hello? I'll be starving, about to pass out. And they be like, but another thing. No, I'm getting off the phone. Y'all didn't even think y'all was going to become them people. And look at y'all. I talk to y'all about them all the time. And y'all done became one too. Listen. Y'all became the people. Okay, so we know you said you're gonna go to bed, but we need another 35 minutes. Don't go. I'll be like, I got a boo-boo. I wanna go and I don't wanna rush. I wanna go and sit on the toilet and scroll just like y'all do. And so no, I'm gonna get off of here. Before I shart on myself. Whatever it be. And y'all be like, yeah, we don't really care about that. That's fine. You know. It's fine. No, I'm about to go. I'm about to go. Stomach be bubbling and everything. I ain't got nothing in it. Listen. All right. So with that, we're going to skip around a few places. And we read this recently, but we're back over here. So we'll do this one. We'll do this one. All right. I need y'all to go to the Testament of Dan. The Testament of Dan, y'all. On sacred text. Because we gonna do this in yeah. Especially when I be sleep eating. Ain't no telling what my stomach gonna be like when I wake up in the morning. Don't let me be in here some fiber. Y'all ready? I'm getting old, girl. You know, old people farts be stinky. That's because they be eating all that fiber and stuff. You be like, you is too old for your butt to be smelling like that. And then don't say nothing. Just walk by. Stinking tail. And just a poo and keep pushing their cart. You know you farted in this highway, Miss Edna. Mr. Charles. You can't say, excuse me, I passed gas. You just gonna let me walk into it? trifling tale. And they feel like they can just do whatever they want to. Please smell that oatmeal, Metamucil, prunes, and beet dip you done had in your... Listen. And I know that the doctor gave you some Soleil so I can smell it. No, he gave you a prescription for some Soleil. Listen here. I know he did. I can smell it in you. Your beet dip. Listen here. I'm trying to tell you. Listen. And I used to keep old people as my friends, so this is how I know. Most of my friends is old enough to be my parents. Most of my good friends, they old enough to be my... I used to hang out with the old people. I like old people. They is a trip. I'm trying to tell you. I was like 12, 13. My friends was like 60, 50 years old. Like, I'm like, well, come on then. Let's go. You want to go to the mall? There? Come on. I'll go with you. And be walking around the mall with Edna and Thurgood. And we... Because I want to talk to y'all about... I was crazy. I was a weird kid. It's okay. I just wanted to talk to as many people as I could about as many things as I could. And look at what I do now. Yeah, elderly people is a trip. Because they body old. They ain't... If they still got their right mind... Only thing old on them is their body. Because I'm like, miss, you said what? You better not be talking like that. Oh, girl. Why'd you talking like that? Like, I remember... Listen. When they start telling me the stories about the nursing home, baby, I said, you have got to be kidding me. Or the old folks communities. Y'all worse than the teenagers. Trying to tell somebody how to be. And y'all out here buck wilding and acting like it's house party. Trying to come outside of the nursing home, trying to act all dignified like y'all ain't in there throwing whole shindigs, diddy parties up in there. Y'all better stop. Oh, we got a formal on Friday. I bet y'all do. Formally meeting your other two partners you about to grab up because the new guy done came in. And you and Ethel is about to put on y'all little lemon pepper steppers. Oh, STDs move quicker in senior communities than meds. Grave woman! I know you ain't lying because my parents is in the medical field. I already know. I'm trying to tell... My parents is in the medical field, honey. I'm trying to tell... They was both CNAs at one time. They was both... Listen. They be sneaking. We just season for the reason and just having a little fun. Auntie! Oh! Auntie, Queen Amari, Auntie Sandra, if you in here, I need you to get Auntie Lucille. She's out of her room again. And I think she has her she's out. She doesn't have her house coat on. She's out here in her sheer gown. Talking about she needs some water. She's over there at Mr. Evans' room. And can y'all come get her, please? Your auntie's outside in her sheer gown trying to get in Mr. Marvin's room, too. She done went to Mr. Evans' room. He didn't answer that. She over there, Mr. Marvin, talking about his Hawaii over here. Come get your auntie. She said we just be having a season for the right reason at the time and the place. Come get y'all peoples. We get the whole truth and nothing but the truth over here, honey. All of it. Even the truth sometimes you be trying to figure out why you even know it. Yep, we get that kind of truth over here. Look, this is a nice cup. This is a nice cup. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my Lord. Yep, it's well made. It keeps... Get y'all auntie. Listen. All right. The testament of Dan, the brother of Joseph, the seventh son of Jacob and Bilhah. Is there a movie called The Seventh Son? Interesting. Interesting. There's a movie called The Seventh Son, and I think it's back in, like, you know, before the flood days, isn't it? Or around the time of all of that. Interesting. The same Nicolas Cage that played in Left Behind when they remastered it. Interesting. The same one that ride around on a chariot of fire, coming out the sky and from all the places to serve men their due justice. That guy? Is that the same Nicolas Cage? Is he also the same Nicolas Cage that played in A Witch? And it ended up being Lucifer in the form of a woman? And then it turned into the ugly thing that we be seeing on Evil right now, just with wings? In the church. That Nicolas Cage. Moving on. Y'all ready? All right. The copy of the words of Dan, which he spake to his sons in the last days, in the 125th year of his life. For he called together his family and said, Hearken to my words, ye sons of Dan, and give heed to the words of your father. I have proved in my heart and in my whole life that truth with just dealing is good and well pleasing to God. Stop right there. He said, in the 125th year of his life, I learned in my heart and in my whole life that truth with just dealing is good and well pleasing to God, and that lying and anger are evil, because they teach men or man all wickedness. How many of y'all came here and you used to lie a little bit or a lot? Or you didn't care about saying whatever, and then if you didn't keep your word, you just didn't keep your word, and that was your thing to change your mind. How many of you here dealt with uncontrollable anger when you got here? And it got you in trouble, or you've, had some altercations that could thank you to those that look out and works for older people in the medical field. Yeah. Until you kept Billy clubbing me. So are you admitting now that you are out of control in a lot of areas of your life, and now you're growing a level of self-control? You do just dealings and God is giving you a better financial situation? I'm proud of you that stopped buying clothes from boosters. I'm proud of you that stopped helping folks a lot of things. I'm proud of y'all that stopped stealing time from your job. I don't care if it was 15 minutes a day. That be adding up to like an hour or two, depending on how your work schedule go. 15, 30 minutes a day. I'm proud of y'all that, stop creeping around on your spouse, even if it was just for conversation and pictures. I'm proud of you all that did that. Proud of you all that start telling your children you love them and believe in them when they said it was monsters in their room, in their closet. Y'all made a lot of changes around here. A whole lot of them that you didn't have to make. You had a choice. But you chose one good decision, and then you chose another good decision, and then you chose another you made another good decision, and then you made another good decision, and you made a choice to make another good decision. And look how many good decisions you've made since you made the first one, which was, instead of asking people what type of person I am going to ask God. I am going to get in this word, and if I see something that hits me in my throat, I'm going to work on it. So now, making the right decision is not so hard anymore, because you're getting accustomed to making wise decisions that lead to good things in your life, whether it be leaving somebody alone and all of a sudden you have more money, or your groceries is lasting longer, or your gas is lasting longer, or you're not being late to work as much because you stopped hanging out with this person, or whatever it was. Maybe you left a situation alone that you knew God wasn't pleased with, and he started letting your business take off a little bit more. God rewards you for listening. You hear me? He rewards you for lining up. He gonna give you if you don't, but you don't get to keep those things, and they don't feel the same. Because then you got to go do something else, and go do something else, and go do something else. When God rewards you, every time you look at it, it gives you a warm and fuzzy feeling. You can look back at it 2 years from now and be like, or, whatever, and be like, oh, thank you, Dad. I remember when I asked you for that. right? But if you had to put your life on the line to get it, or end up going, sometimes it don't be worse. It don't be worth the stress, because you can't even really enjoy what you got because you're worried about if you're gonna get to keep it. When you get stuff wrong, you gotta worry about if you're gonna get to keep it. But when God give it to you, even if He allows somebody to take it away, He'll give you even better than what they took. In real life. You hear me? It's better. It's better. It is. All right. It says, I confess therefore this day to you, my children, that in my heart I resolved on the unaliving of Joseph, my brother, the true and good man. And I rejoiced that he was sold, because his father loved him more than us. How many people have rejoiced because somebody's in a bad relationship and said that's what they get? A friend did you dirty, and then y'all not talking no more, and they get with another friend, and that friend do them real, real dirty, and you say, that's what, yeah, I'm happy. You said, oops, my neck. I'm going to go make me some tea. I want you to think about all the times you was happy because somebody else was sold into a bad situation or put in a bad situation, and you rejoiced over it. All right. Y'all right in here? You? Y'all okay? Everybody all right? I know when to get out of the class for a minute. I didn't learn, y'all. I'm gonna just go on over here for us. Dang it. I do this every time. Hold on. Ugh. I gotta figure out another way to do this tea, because as soon as I like my tea bags to stay in there, and it freaking. And who ain't about to waste their honey is me. And we'll send it right through that strainer. Like a hood person. I don't got money to waste. Sorry, y'all. Every time I push this thing straw down in there, it busts the tea bags, but I like my tea strong. And then and then it have all the pieces in it. And y'all know I'm a texture person, so I'm just going to hope and pray I got them all out. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Because, baby, I poured all that honey in the bottom of there. Who got honey to waste? It's not me. All right. For the spirit of jealousy and vainglory said to me, thou thyself also, art his son. So the spirit of jealousy and vainglory, we talked about this before. But the moment that you rejoice on somebody's downfall, we know you jealous. If you can't wait to tell everybody how they just fell off, you can't wait to tell everybody they lost their job, their husband cheating on them, their kids is raggedy, whatever it is, instead of you going and taking it to God and praying for them, you start to broadcast their business. Well, guess what? Guess what you just told us about yourself? That there is something that person has that you want, and you're jealous. And so what do? You tell all their bad stuff. It's like the sister or the brother that mom kind of always goes to, but they're out so that they can stay in that place. They will always go and tell mom what the other brothers and sisters are doing so that they can feel like the favorite. Try to make dad or mom look down on that one or the others. My sister, the middle child, that's her, and she has the money husband home, but I have the children and I'm the baby. So y'all already know what I'm talking about. Okay. Let's keep reading. It says, and one of the spirits of Beliar stirred me up. So jealousy and vainglory came in, right? Lying and anger get you to wickedness. And now jealousy and vainglory have now opened him up to a whole nother demon, saying, take this sword and with it slay Joseph. So what was the spirit that Beliar brought to Dan? There were several, but what was the one, once he put that sword in his hand, who was the spirit that came with Beliar? Unaliving. Red rum. Right? Because he hadn't done it yet, but the spirit was present. And if he had the opportunity, he was going to do it. Because he had already let jealousy, vainglory, lying, and anger get into his heart prior to Beliar showing up, and Beliar brought red rum to the party. Remember those decisions I told you about when you getting ready to sin, how there's several different decisions, no matter what it is that you're getting ready to do. There are several different decisions that you make before you sin. There's several different choices that you make before you sin, because there are different spirits that show up at different stages of the sin. That's why sin makes you progressively worse. Because right when you get ready to get out, they send a stronger demon in the same body to make you stay a little longer, to make you go back and just do it one more time, to make you, oh, bro, tag me in because he wavering. Tag me in, she wavering. But it's the same body, so you don't think it's a different spirit. But you do pick up on it. You'd be like, what's going on? Something seems different about you. You know what that is? You feel the other entity. I don't know. You just seem different. What you mean? I look the same. What you mean? I look the same. It's a different spirit in there, though. And your spirit is unfamiliar with that spirit because it's the same body, but it's a different spirit. Joseph saw his brother probably every day of his life. But the first spirit that he saw that made his hair stand up was jealousy. The next spirit, the next time he saw his brother, vainglory was there. He might have saw his brother on Thursday, and the spirit that was at the forefront was liars or lying. And one of the days, when he barely walked past his brother in the hallway, his brother tried to beat him to a pulp because anger was at the surface. Y'all pick that up? Y'all pick that up? This is why the Bible says, try the spirit by the spirit. It's the same body, but you don't know the spirit that it's operating in on that day. You don't know what happened last night. This is why you can say one thing to a person today and tomorrow they act like they don't even know you, or like you a enemy. It's like, what is wrong with you? Why are you talking to me like that? You just. And then it's like they snap out of it and be like, why would you say that to me? I did not say that to you. Yes, you did. You sure did say that. But they've come in contact with somebody else, and that spirit, just like Lucifer did in the snake, is speaking through them, so you think it's somebody you know. That's why she wasn't alarmed. She was used to conversing with the snake. It was the same vessel, not the same spirit. Y'all okay? Y'all right over there? Let's go right here. Okay. How many personalities were listed in this first? How many personas? We just did a class about this yesterday. How many personas did he speak about in these first few verses? How many different personas did he name? 4. Interesting. Lion and anger, right? Jealousy and vainglory. And another spirit of Beliar. That's 5, ain't it? 6? Which one you got? We ain't got to wait a minute. You got lying and anger. Jealousy and vainglory. That's 4. And Beliar, that's 5. Oh, and the other one, red rum, 6. Right. You right, 6. So that's 6 different personalities that could be popping up out of Dan at any given time. Y'all pick that up? You could be dealing with 6 different entities plus the person's normal self. 7. Ever dealt with somebody and they just kept you confused because you never knew who you was talking to? And I'm not even talking about a person that's been diagnosed mentally ill. I'm just saying, like, you be like, you. All right. And one of the spirits of Beliar stirred me up, saying, take this sword, and with it slay Joseph. So shall thy father love thee when he is dead. Isn't that why Lucifer wants us to lose our soul? Because he feels like God loves us more than he loves him now. And God gave us chances that he didn't give him. And if he don't get to experience God's goodness, he don't want nobody else to have it. His Father's love. If he can't have his rightful place back in heaven, he don't feel like nobody should have a place in heaven. So we know where the spirit of if I can't have none, ain't nobody gonna have none come from, don't we? If I'm not gonna be happy, nobody's gonna be happy. All right, here we go. How many parents do that to their kids? Mom or dad piss you off and you go and you yell at your children, or you have a bad day at work and maybe your kid is happy and you ruin their day because you had a bad day. Instead of letting your spouse comfort you, you just want to keep ranting and raving about it, and they trying to calm you down, and you'd rather talk about the bad thing than what your spouse is trying to help you see, or at least calm you down so that you could talk about it and not be tripping. They trying to console you and comfort you, and you'd rather want to be mad than let them love on you and kiss on your face. Interesting. To calm you down so that you can actually have a conversation about what the next step should be for whatever the situation. Will you even let them help you? Or do you just like feeling frustrated? Moving on. Here we go. Now this is the spirit of anger that persuaded me to crush Joseph as a leopard crusheth a kid. But the God of my fathers did not suffer him to fall into my hands, so that I should find him alone and slay him, and cause a second tribe to be destroyed in Israel. And now, my children, behold, I am dying. And I tell you of a truth, that unless you keep yourselves from the spirit of lying and anger, and love truth and long suffering, ye shall perish. For anger is blindness, and does not suffer one to see the face of any man with truth. What does that mean? When you angry, you'll hurt the person you love? You won't even see them as your family member, your spouse, your nothing. blind rage. Right? Crazy. For though it be a father or a mother, he behaves toward them like, so basically, whether it's your mama or your daddy, you don't care. You treat him like they're your enemy. Though it be a brother, he knoweth him not. Though it be a prophet of the Lord, he disobeyeth him. Though a righteous man, he regardeth him not. Though a friend, he does not acknowledge him. So when you let anger get in your way, it don't matter if it's a pastor, a elderly person, your mama, your daddy, your cousin, you don't see them like that. All you see is what you want to do to them. Not who it's going to hurt, not who it's going to affect. You don't care. Anger can make you turn your loved ones into your enemies until you destroy them. Because it blinds your mind to what's really going on. And this is why I don't be wanting to be angry every day. This is why I tell you, if you want to be irritated and angry, I can't talk to you. Because do you see what anger does? You know how we know this is the truth? Because somebody can piss you off somewhere else and you will come to your house where that is not an issue and make everybody else there angry. So it spreads. So you don't think the devil wants you to stay irritated, stay short, stay... Because anger wasn't at your house until you got there. Irritation wasn't at your house until you got there. Making my problem everyone else's problem. The kids was playing, they was happy. They could feel your energy before you got in the door. We're going to move on. Just move right along down on here. All right. It says, for the spirit of anger encompasses him with the net of deceit. So as soon as you let anger take over you, anger has now caught you in a net. Most times when people let anger get the best of them, where do they end up, or what do they end up dealing with? Locked up, court cases, lawyers' fees, what do you call it? Ankle bracelets, or unalived. And you ain't coming back from death. You could be caught up in a court case that could go 15 years, 5 years, right? And if you get a felony, well, that's going to be with you for a long time. And now you're trapped in a net of being a felon. And that can hinder different things that you want to do in your life depending on the type of felony. So when you allow the devil to let you stay angry, it's really a trap for you. I'm going to say that again. When you allow the devil to keep you angry, it's really a trap for you. Because most times the angry person is looking to hurt someone else in whatever way, with their mouth, with their hands, with the weapon. But you end up being the person that's caught in the net. Or dropped in the hole that you was planning to set for somebody else. Even if you accomplish it, you still got trapped in a net. For anger encompasseth him with the net of deceit and blindeth his eyes, and through lying darkens his mind and gives him its own peculiar vision. You will only see what you want to see when you allow the spirit of anger to blind you. You will only see what you want to see, not the truth. It's the start of mental illness. I'm gonna let y'all finish this. I'm about to go eat. That's what I'm gonna do, and I'll come back. But I'm gonna let y'all do this. I'm gonna let y'all do it because it's important for y'all to go through here and see what you see about yourself. And we can talk about it in a little bit. I ain't gonna keep y'all because y'all be saying I be beating up on y'all and it's been rough. Okay, so y'all finish that. Write a little bit about what you see in there. Research those spirits and what they like. What is jealousy? Write that definition down. All of the spirits that y'all see in there. The Testament of Dan, chapter 1. Excuse me. Well, it's been 3 hours, and I'm gonna go eat, and then I'll come back a little bit. But y'all can finish that, and then we got some other stuff we gonna read too. But I'm about to go eat. Probably some waffles. So I'll see y'all in a minute. Okay. Give me a couple hours because I might take a nap. I've been up since early. I just ain't been talking to y'all, but I've been up since early. And I think God has let me get closer to my schedule because I woke up at like 6:30 or 7, which is good. I haven't woke up that early, so if I can get back to 4 or 5, we gonna be on it. So I'll see y'all in a minute. I'm probably gonna lay down and take me a nap after I eat. Love y'all.